Welcome back. My name is Dr. Carl Baird, and today I'll be showing you 3 of the worst core exercises for anybody that's dealing with lower back pain and what exercises you should do instead in order to build strength without stressing your joints. So when it comes to solving lower back pain, building a strong core is very important in limiting the impact that goes through your spine as you move throughout the day. But with that being said, not all exercises are created equal. And unfortunately, a lot of the common exercises people use to strengthen their core actually puts more impact on their spine, which can make their back pain worse. And so what I'll do in this video is demonstrate those 3 exercises and give you some alternatives so that you can build strength without stressing your joints. Let's go ahead and get started. One of the more common causes of lower back pain in adults as they get older is repetitive spinal flexion. So this is the type of back pain that comes when we're sitting for long periods of time and we're just in this flexed position. We're bending forward, we're working in the garden, where our spine is just flexed and it causes that achy pain in the back. So what we want to do when we're picking core exercises is not choose one that involves a lot of repetitive spinal flexion. And so that's why the first exercise that we want to avoid is the sit-up. So again, what a sit-up looks like is we're on our back. There's different variations, but we'll do my knees bent, feet on the floor, and you're sitting up here. So again, this is a lot of spinal flexion, which can make your lower back pain worse. So what we want to choose is an exercise that limits the movement that goes through the spine. And that's why a great alternative that strengthens the same part of our core is a plank. So a plank is going to be, there's different variations here. You can start on your knees and elbows, or you can come up on your toes. But this is going to strengthen the same part of your core that a sit-up strengthens without that repetitive spinal flexion that can make your lower back pain worse. Another common way that people injure their lower backs is with twisting. And that's why an exercise like the Russian twist is a bad choice for a core exercise when you have lower back pain. So just a reminder, what the Russian twist looks like is we're in this V-sit position. You can start with your legs on the floor. A lot of people do it with their legs up in the air. And usually you're holding a weight and you're twisting side to side here. So that twisting motion puts a lot of strain on your lower back. The other thing that can happen if you're not strong enough to hold this V-sit position or you're not paying attention, what happens is you flex down at the spine while you're twisting, and that's really going to mess up your low back if you do too many repetitions. So what we want to do is to build strength in our size in that rotary movement with anti-rotation exercises, and that's where the Pallof press is going to become very handy. To perform the Pallof press, you're going to need one of these red bands and somewhere to attach it on a pole or a wall. And all you're going to do is take both hands, put it right at your chest, and step away, a few steps away from the wall. From there, you're in a nice strong position, and all you're doing is pressing your arms out. And you're going to feel it on the outside of your core closest to the bar. It's preventing you from being pulled inward by the band. That's why it's called an anti-rotation exercise, and it's a lot safer, less movement through the spine to build core strength while protecting your spine, not allowing all that impact through twisting and flexion, which can cause lower back pain. And lastly, we want to avoid exercises that put a lot of extension on our spine, which can again lead to more impact on your joints and contribute to lower back pain, which is the opposite effect of what we're trying to do by building our core strength. And so that's why I usually have people avoid exercises like the leg lowers, at least initially, because the problem with this exercise is if you're not strong enough initially to hold that position, your pelvis rocks forward and it creates a lot of extension in that mid-back. So I'll show you what I mean. So the leg lower is where you're going to start with both legs in the air, and you're going to slowly lower them down. So again, if you're strong enough and can hold a good spinal position, it's okay. But what happens to a lot of people is they're not strong enough to hold this position. Their pelvis rocks forward, the lower back arches off the ground, the rib cage flares, and it just creates a lot of extension, which I can feel just laying here. So if that sounds like you, what you can do instead is the Deadbug. And this is a way to build strength in that position before progressing to a full leg lower. So what it looks like, again, we're in this 90-90 position. The easiest variation is keeping the leg bent, tapping the heel and the opposite arm down on the ground, and returning to the starting position. And again, we're focusing on maintaining that spinal position, not letting that pelvis rock forward. If that feels comfortable, then you can do a straight leg variation. It's going to be slightly more difficult, but again, we're focusing on maintaining that position. Once you feel comfortable there, then you can do leg lowers a little safer by starting in the 90-90 position before transitioning all the way to a leg lower. So again, the leg lower, not a terrible exercise, but you just have to be very careful and very cognizant of your spinal position. So there you have it. That's 3 of the worst core exercises for lower back pain and what you could be doing instead. Just remember, if you're dealing with lower back pain, we do want to build a stronger core to limit impact that goes through your spine, but we want to make sure we're picking exercises that help you build strength without putting a lot of stress through your spine, because that can actually make that lower back pain worse. So that's all I got for you today. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. I'm happy to help. Hey guys, it's Dr. Carl Baird here, and I wanted to thank you for watching our previous video and supporting our channel. Now, if you're somebody who's looking to build strength to solve joint pain, keep active, and maintain your lifestyle as you get older, be sure to subscribe to our channel to watch all of our new videos. You won't find it anywhere else.